Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. You've heard of GTR for round and GTS for square. What do you think GTX is? Yeah, curious, huh? Well, there's the size and shape of an X. Kind of rectangular. What are we looking at? From Banggood. This is the TICWRIS GTX. It's a 300 milliamp hour, 1.9 inch diagonal 3D curved design smartwatch with a lot of fitness and health features in it. In fact, it's got all this stuff going for it. Bluetooth 5.0 for excellent connectivity and good distance. Should hold its connection really, really well. You've got little bit of RAM, little bit of ROM, full touch, uses F-Fit for tethering. These are the supported languages. They've highlighted IP68, so I presume it's fairly waterproof with 9 sports built into them, and those are all of them here. You got heart rate and blood pressure and all these other things supported. It's really highlighting the fact that it's got this curved TFT 1.91 inch 170 by 320 pixel screen. So it's going to have a bit of a different layout than we're used to. 300 milliamp hour battery, which gives us a 30 days standby time, guys. Using time about 6 to 10 days and about 2 hours to charge it for a month. That's pretty amazing. And here's your overall size information. Let's check it out. When we pop it, wow, pop it up, it's in a great big support thing. It's got a beefy size band, bigger than I expected, about the width of the device itself. In fact, it looks like, well, there's a button here. Perhaps they're removable and the module itself comes out. We'll have to try that. Interesting layout of the diode and sensor here. There's the charging ports for what looks like this particular connector. A 2-pin charger. USB, of course, on one end. And how do the 2 pins work? Not that way. Yep, there they go. How strong is it? Whoa, almost can hold the watch. It's a heavy watch. Should be all right for charging, though, and it comes off the side. This is a very stiff band, so it's going to be interesting on, that's for sure. Inside, I've got the manual, and TICWRIS has supplied a warranty card for us, which gives you some information, and the web address. So if you're a TICWRIS owner, you got the, wow, okay, all kinds of ways to reach them in the U.S., the European Union, and Japan. Here's what you're getting, a 12-month warranty. I guess they've all been hearing that there's been some concern about warranty support for watches. So now you got it, gang. You can fill this whole thing out in the product info card. And inside here, we've got the manual information regarding safe usage. And your basic specs are here, which we saw some of those in the sheet already. And then you get into the watch itself. The strap, the display, screen, the power button, heart rate sensor, and the interface for charging. Got to be careful on how you hook it up. There's the F-Fit app QR code for iOS and Google. You can download, or you can just go to the show notes. I'll have a link to the Google one for Android. And here's what it looks like when you put the app on your phone. Nice full color brochure. Simple, easy to use instructions to get you started. Okay, wow, they really are blowing it up for you. Item by item. The F-Fit app settings, the overall device settings are here. Then you pair it, and you can make noise and summons your phone from the watch, it looks like. Wow, they're spending all the time on the actual pairing and tethering. That's interesting. Common troubleshooting. Oh, I didn't freeze it long enough. I like to do that, so if you want to just freeze your YouTube and read it, you can, just in case you need to. And that's it. The English manual, no Chinese. It's specifically made for English. So we're going to peel this off. Wow, look at that. It is slightly curved, it looks like, but just slightly. we're going to charge it up now, and yeah, let's see what this one does. I got to press it. What does it do? Okay, nothing obvious, nothing instant, so I'll play with it offline and figure it out for you. I'll be right back. Well, this is embarrassing. I thought this would release the bands for charging, but the charger's right there, or it would eject the module so you could use it as a standalone phone, but it doesn't do calling. You know what it is? It's the darn button. Yeah, it's the on-off button. Press it, it vibrates, it lights up, and there you go. This is a big watch. I have a normal-sized guy arm, and it kind of looks like it's overhanging a bit, which is good. It's going to fit nicely when I put it on, but it is a bit on the large size, so I don't know that I'd recommend it for ladies or those with small arms. You can see how many holes are still left. This could definitely work for a much larger person and look pretty darn good on it. In fact, speaking of looking, this is more of a fashion watch than it is a feature watch, having run through its paces right now. When you turn it on, you come in, you've got your watch face. If I scroll down, I've got some controls here which include your overall brightness, and it can go pretty darn bright. Here you go on full brightness there. You've got a do not disturb mode you can turn on, or you can set up timing, so at night it's going to automatically go into that mode for you. You also have find your phone and a settings, which is pretty simple. Your overall theme, the different watch faces, and they're the rectangular kind of a quick timeout on here. You've got the brightness, which we just did, and an overall system, reboot, reset, about, and shut down. About tells you, and this is your Bluetooth connection, GTX, so forth. And it always comes back to this page. So when I come over here, I'm in a loop where I can measure blood pressure, I can measure heart rate, I can see my step count information for the day, and I can come back to the watch face. Same thing when you go this way. It's a looping circle of those 4 screens. Going up, I get into all of my apps, which include state, which is your step count, your heart rate, your blood pressure, those 3 we've already seen, a sporting area which has just a few, running, walking, and climbing, riding, and football. And I'm back again to the main page. There we go, sport. And then a couple of more here, but no summary, and it does have swimming. That's interesting, so I presume it's a waterproof watch with that on there. There's no GPS in it, and when you invoke one of these like running and say go, you see you get time and heart rate and step count, and that's about it. You're not getting distance travel, calories burned, or any of that stuff. So long press the button to get out of it, press and hold. It goes around a circle, and you can stop it, and you're out of it. And that's basically it for your sports. Last night's sleep time, if you slept with it, will show up there. Timer, countdown timer, and then your basic settings again. And that's pretty much it. That's about all this watch will do. We'll look at the different themes. You've got that one that I just showed you. You got this one, which is pretty cool. You got another one with the day of the week and your step count and time on it. Okay, it just ended on that. If I press and hold on it, it doesn't go into it, so you got to get into your settings theme. That one, that one, that one, that one, and back again. So we'll take that one. Yeah, all in all, it's a nice little watch. It's a fashion watch. Heart rate and blood pressure, really can't attest to the accuracy of either of them. Uses the green diode. The charging on there, non-removable bands, pretty stiff. Yeah, if you like this layout, this size, and this type of display, and you want a basic watch, this is it. The app itself is called F-Fit. When we tether over to here, you see you've got your step count. It'll give you a bar chart for the steps per hour or half hour, and how well you're doing against your target that you set on this one. You've got a continuous heart rate capability in here, and you can see the heart rate at any particular time, which is pretty nice. I've had that on continuous for a while. Exercise heart rate, your quiet or your resting heart rate information on here, and a calendar that you can change the day to see what your heart rate was in the past. Sleep data, if you have it tethered, like I said, it'll show you last night's sleep time. Motion, now this might be where you could start exercising from here, tied to your watch, and maybe you could get with the two combinations, your distance and GPS coordinates and heart rate. I'm not seeing heart rate show up on here, and I'm not sure if this is even actually tied into it. In other words, you might be able to just run this even without having the watch and get the basic data. I don't know. And anyway, yeah, you saw how you can see what you're getting on your step count data here, and this has its own way of doing the fitness in here as well. Okay, so sleep, GPS they're talking, that's your tracking, blood pressure. You can start measuring, it says, from here. You can use a personal value or just a basic value, or if you don't know your numbers, you can just say, well, I typically have high or even higher blood pressure, and it will assume a grade for you there, or low blood pressure. Anyway, it kind of calibrates it so that the reading that you get may be closer to your actual reading. It just vibrated. It's triggered it now. The diode's going. It's showing a graphic on here, and you're able to remotely take your blood pressure with this, going through the calibration process, and then it bails out of that. And as far as the heart rate goes, that's continuous heart rate, and I don't see a way where you can trigger to take a heart rate reading at the moment. You can sort those cards. You can look at the overall device, notifications, reminders. Here's where you turn on and off continuous, or raise your wrist to see the time. It should do that automatically if you have it on. Yeah. You can tie it into Google Fit if you want to and sync your information over there. Find the device, of course, and it's vibrating but not making any sound. There's no speaker on it. Take a photo. You have more settings where you can set your units. There's no temperature, so I'm not sure. That's probably for a different watch you could use that for this particular app. You have Care, which is where you can add friends, and then you've got You, which is where you add your personal information, your targets, and More is just basically feedback and the current version and how you can log out. And that is the app. So we got the app, we got the watch, and we've got a buying source for you. You can pick it up directly from Banggood. It's called the TICWRIS GTX. And at this point, we're looking at about a little under $50. But check the show notes to see if I've got a coupon discount for you as well. And yeah, it's a nice fashion watch. Basic, simple, bright screen. Should be visible outdoors, nice large rectangular screen. So if you like that look, this might be the one for you. Thanks for watching, gang, and we'll see you again soon.